you have ordered the suspension of things under without merit or without any kind of discretion or without any kind of understanding about what is the best interest of the child. You have created parental alienation. You have promoted patient into isolation. The curse of God is upon all of you. Like all of you, the curse of God is on you. Because you have failed. You have failed society. You have failed the children. You have made children into destitutes. You have made children into prostitutes. You have made children into overdose crisis. You are a failure, failure of society. The Children's Aid Society did not order a change in access, and you had no right, you had no gumption. Your order is bullshit. Your order is an abomination from God, man, child, and from everything that is can be claimed in the sake of things of justice. And same with you, Miss, what's your name? Goodman. This is what I'm talking about. I've been in front of almost every single justice in this jurisdiction. Right from that bald-headed, shiny-toothed Bruce Thomas, Bruce Thomas, your justice is again putrid, sir, because you... Okay, let's get back to Goodman. Now, Goodman, I brought forth the contempt motion, Justice, what's his name? Riker. He was, you'll all know that this woman is in contempt of parental alienation. You'll all know that the Superior Court of Justice order was not able to, I have an order, I have the right to my children, but the police, they are unable to exercise the order. No, but they'll send out the posse, they'll send out the creator Amber Alert, they'll do anything if the man has gone with the children. But with a woman, no, it's fine. Especially if you have the protection of Justice Donahue. Now, this Justice Donahue has been found not by me, not only by me, by another city councillor, by another people. They've seen him going and catching crows with the police. So we have no hope from neither justice, neither from the police, neither from the legal aid, neither from the lawyers, neither from any kind of society. There's nothing over here but frickin' hate and a projection of private agendas and stuff in your face with, pushing your own mandate. And the only thing is, let's shut him up. Let's put him put him away. It's like, look at the way he behaves. Look at the prison way. How would you behave, sir, if your children are taken away from you? How would you behave if your children are abducted from you and you're taken away from you? And how would you behave if you have killed my mother? You motherfuckers have killed my mother. Now this Justice Goodman, because of the contempt motion. Now the contempt motion that I bring forth is, what's this contempt motion? It's just because I did not bring forth the cops as judge. I was not picking up on the clue of the Justice Riken where he said, are we not going to have any witnesses? I should have called the witnesses. I should have called that son of a bitch. What's his name? What's his name? Yeah, it's block. But there are a couple of cops that I should have brought to the contempt motion, where they would be very clear as daylight. The pinning the elephant, and they would clearly see that this woman's in contempt. This woman is in contempt and hateful behavior. You have not allowed my children and you have not allowed our grandchildren to attend the funeral of a woman who you have killed. You have killed my mother. You are a stakeholder in the death of my mother. You, and all you justices are stakeholders in the death of my mother. You have killed my mother, not only killed her mother, but adding insult to injury and hate to injury. You have refused to allow my children who are 5 minutes away. They are actually 5 freaking minutes away from the local cemetery, yet you have not allowed my children to attend the funeral of the woman you have killed. You have not allowed my children the privilege, the right, the basic human right to attend the grandmother's funeral, the very person who have you killed. You know, it's that woman bled to death, broke both hips, lost blood, bleeding from a boob, and I have to hold that boob, you know, with my naked hands, with the choice. Either she bleeds to death, or I have to press her and put pressure on my mother's breast. And that is why I'm so angry, and that is why I will make sure that all of you get the fuck off the bench, because you do not understand what is the meaning of justice. You have failed the widow, you have failed the children, you have failed society, and you will not be in power because you do not have or understand the meaning of what is justice. You do not understand or know what is the meaning and the domain of what we need for society. You are a failed society. The law is a failed society. You is like a debacle. You know, the law society is a failed society. It's like a bullshit society, and you will be hereby dissolved. You know, this is the end of your, your gravy train. This is the end of your freaking gravy train. The law society will be dissolved because we can't put up with the crock of bullshit anymore. We will have like a free and open society. Because the free and open, the law society is unable to distinguish between what is good for society and what is not good. You have no jurisdiction about deciding laws. You have no jurisdiction about proper interpretation of the laws, because your interpretation is perverse. Your interpretation is sociopathic. Your interpretation is in the worst interest of the child. You keep on from morning to night, you keep on talking best interest of the child, best interest of the child, best interest of the child, best interest of the child. But you are the perpetrators of hate towards the children. You are the perpetrators of hate towards my children. You are the perpetrators of hate towards all kinds of children. Now, getting back to the Donahue. Now, this son of a gun Donahue, he has, for 30 years, he's been pissing on the bench. And now, after pissing on the bench, he's got off the bench, taken off after 6 months or 1 year after his getting off the bench. Now he's become a defense lawyer. Right? Donahue has joined the Donahue defense team. Go look up on the news. Yeah, Donahue has joined the Donahue defense team. So what is it going to be? What exactly are you bringing to the Donahue defense team? Yeah. Now this person, he knows the way the justice system works. He has been sitting on the bench, and he knows like every kind of gambit. He knows he's like the chess grandmaster of legal gambits. He knows like every kind of the game to pull. He knows like every kind of way to get away with blue murder all the time, every time. That's why he's able to do this. There's no rules. The best that my local MP can do is we're going to bring about like a new accountability act for the Judges Justice Act. But that's going to take about the next 5 years. But until the 5 years, we don't know what's going to happen to you, sir, because all the while now. So what is justice like? What exactly are you contributing towards society by joining the Justice Donahue defense team? You're going to teach people how to pin the tail on the elephant's nose. That is what the thing, like legal gambits, like how to go about pulling all kind of games. That's exactly what, the Donahue has been teaching off the bench. That's why I'm glad with that Donahue. Donahue, you have no ethics. You have no right. You have no right to have anything to do with my file. You should not have touched my endorsement at all. But you have pissed on my endorsement 5 times. You have pissed on my family law things. You have pissed on my civil case. You have pissed on even my criminal case. You have pissed on everything of mine, and you claim that you have like a bias and you're going to stay away. But yet you have marked my file. You have marked my file and created implicit and explicit biases over and over again. And you're walking away free with a smiley face. And now, after pissing and destroying their lives, making hundreds of men commit suicide, bringing family law into the gutter, setting the poor precedents. If family law is in the freaking gutter, you have to attribute it towards the green face, green monster Donahue, the hater of society. And after doing all those things, now you become a defense lawyer. So you're going to teach criminals, and you're going to teach people like a doctor. There's not doctor. That guy is like a fake. That's how immoral this whole damn place is. That guy is like a fake monster. He's never been to the University of Montreal. Yet he has a master's degree in University of Montreal. And y'all all say he's not. I'm telling you, he's not. But no, you don't care. You don't know. We've already said you are free to go in all jurisdictions. We cannot take that back, sir. So it don't matter if you molested hundreds of children or thousands of children. As long as you have given us the money, that is good. So now this Donahue defense. Now you're going to bring all that private knowledge that you have had on the bench. You're going to bring it now to the defense domain, and you're going to exploit all those loopholes and play all those gambits and play all those games just to make this continuous game of calling justice, which has actually pinned the tail on the elephant, because justice is blind. There's nothing about justice. There's nothing about justice. There's, the whole concept of justice comes from the book of Moses and the book of Judges, where Moses was he needs to mete out justice, and he doesn't have the time or the thing, so he delegates judges. Now all these judges, like even judge appointments, who appoints these ludicrous little bunches of hate from a failed law society? Like all these justices were once upon a time lawyers.